I want to take you through the process of converting a lawn to a California drought-resistant garden. I'm going to go through the process to show you how you can do it yourself, how you can take your lawn and just transfer it and convert it into a very low maintenance garden. So the first part of the process is just to take your measurements. So you take your length and your width of your yard, and this is going to be very important because this will help you determine how many plants you need and where you want to put them. Once you've done that, then what you want to start thinking about are some of the plants. And you can be looking up California native plants on the web, or there are some wonderful books that you can find. And a lot of them are grasses, a lot of them are flowering. So you sort of have to determine first, do I want a lot of flowering plants or do I want a lot of grasses? Here what I decided to do was to combine a little bit of the California native plants and include some Mediterranean plants that can take the same type of weather as here with very low water, such as if we see these lovely lavenders here, the French lavenders. You also have an English lavender, Spanish lavender, depending on how you like your plant to look and how strong you want it to smell. We have another plant here, which is really interesting. It's the Achillea, the yarrow. And it's available in yellow, it's available in white, also in a terracotta color, such as this one. So we decided to combine the yellow and the terracotta. And then some really wonderful flowing grasses. I think it's really pretty to have some grasses that blow in the wind, because there will always be a bit of wind in your summer garden. All these plants are drought resistant and very easy to maintain. As a matter of fact, they really don't need much care. A little bit of pruning once in a while, maybe once a year, that's it. I sat down and I started to draw the design, and I started imagining how I wanted it. I didn't want to have it all boring, flat. So what we did is I made a beautiful, lovely berm over here, which went from the center of the garden, and we took that berm and brought it all the way to the front of the garden. And on that berm, we put some of the taller plants and some daisies. These are gazanias that are beach. They grow all over the beach. They're just so simple in California. And we did that. I also wanted to have a little path, just because the yard is so large here. I didn't want it not to be appreciated, not to be enjoyed. So in order for people to have fun, and my client to not just have to look at it, but be able to walk through it, I have a rock path that we sort of put in, and the path goes all around and ends at the berm, so that you can walk and just enjoy your plants. Also, for maintenance purposes, you need to have a path to go through. I think that's very, very important. Once your plants are all placed where you want them to be placed, you're going to need an irrigation system, but a very simple drip irrigation system. Don't go get complicated things. You do not want the water splashing all over. So there are black PVC pipes, you can get that, and then just have it go all around the plants. You can have it go everywhere, and then attach little drip systems, and I'll show you what those look like. If you look over here, you have a little tiny wire here, which we call the spaghetti wire, and here you have a little bubbler. And this bubbler here gets placed not too close to the root, because you don't want your roots to stay wet all the time, but a little further from the root, and that sprays about a 3-foot diameter, so that you can actually calculate how much of those little parts you need. And then you need to frame your design. I think it's really lovely to have things everywhere, but if they're not organized in the sense if there's not something that is repetitive all around, it's not going to look great. So what's really important is to make a decision on a type of grass that is not too tall, will not hide the rest of the landscape, and you have it going all around, framing your yard completely. So have fun, go ahead, try it, and change your water guzzling garden into a lovely, easy maintenance, drought tolerant California native garden.